Let's talk a little bit about the different types of storage and connection modes in Power BI. In this course, all of the data sources that we'll connect to will use import storage mode. But it's really important to understand that Power BI actually supports several different types of storage and connection modes, and that they're each useful in different types of scenarios. Import mode is the default storage mode where tables are stored in memory within Power BI and queries are fulfilled by cached data. Import datasets are really useful when you need fast query performance and the dataset will be less than 1 gigabyte after compression. These are also super handy when the source data doesn't change frequently and when you don't need restrictions on Power Query, the data modeling, and then DAX functions. DirectQuery tables are connected directly to the source data, and any queries, meaning data requests, that are needed are pushed back to the source to be executed on demand. This storage method is most commonly used when datasets are too large to be stored in memory, and the source data updates very frequently, and reports must reflect the most recent data. Additionally, this is commonly used when a company policy states that data can't be imported but can only be accessed from the original source. Composite models, as you may have already guessed by the name, are models that contain a mixture of both import and direct query modes, or are created from multiple direct query tables. Composite models are useful in cases where you want to really boost your data model performance by setting appropriate storage types for each table, or combine a direct query model with additional imported data, or create a single model from 2 or more direct query models. And our last option here, live connections are used to connect to pre-published Power BI datasets from sources like Power BI Service and Azure Analysis Services. Live connections are great because they create one dataset that serves as a central source of truth. All team members can author and create multiple different reports from the same underlying source. And it also helps multi-developer teams work more efficiently and seamlessly, where one team member may build the model and another team member works on the visualization. As I mentioned at the start of this lecture, we're going to be importing all of our datasets into Power BI's memory, and we'll be using import mode. From a little bit of a higher level, part of your role as an analyst or a Power BI developer may be to recommend data connection strategies based on the business case or the business need. The point here is that I don't want to cover all of the intricacies and nuances of each of these connection modes, but rather, I really just want to help make you aware that there are different ways that you can connect to data within Power BI, and that the reasons for using those are going to vary. So each of these storage modes definitely has different types of features and restrictions and limitations and upsides and considerations, and it's really important to read more about each type of these storage modes prior to using it. All right, so with that, we're going to jump into our next lecture.